Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Learning Path. In this video, you are going to learn how to prepare the stores ledger under weighted average method. From this video, I'm going to teach you what are the methods to prepare the stores ledger under average cost methods. We have simple weighted average and then weighted average methods. Let me check the concept behind the weighted average method. This method is different from all other methods because in this method, prices are calculated on receipt of material and not at the time of issue of materials. The weighted average price is calculated by dividing the value of stock in the stores by the quantity in the stock from which the materials are to be issued. So the thing is, whenever we are going to receive materials as a storekeeper from the supplier, we will add the quantity of the materials what we receive from the supplier and the worth of the material what we receive from the supplier along with the existing stock value and quantity. And we need to calculate the new price. That is the feature of weighted average method. So I want to highlight a new price is calculated by the storekeeper whenever he is going to receive the materials from the supplier at the balance column. Okay, so the storekeeper will calculate the new price and he will show the new price in the balance column after considering the existing stock of material both in quantity as well as in the value by the receipts of the material whenever he is going to purchase. The weighted average price is calculated dividing the value of stock in the stores by the quantity in the stock from which the materials are to be issued. But these prices will not be calculated at the time of issue of materials. So mind it, 2 points I want to highlight. New price will be calculated on receipt of material, which I highlighted in the white color, and not at the time of issue of materials. Let me check one problem. How to prepare a stores ledger under weighted average method. Look at this problem. Prepare the store ledger under weighted average method from the following details. This problem has 4 columns. April, that is month column we have a dates and we have the details of the transaction. And then third column, we have units. And fourth column, usually we will have the information about the rate, but this problem, they gave the value. So we need to calculate the rate per unit by comparing the values and divided by the units. Okay, let me check each and every date how we will work out and prepare the stores ledger under weighted average method. As usual, I will put the heading store ledger under weighted average method with the same columns, date, particulars, receipts, issues, and balance. All right. Then as per the problem, the first date is 1st April, balance in hand, that is opening stock, right? So balance brought down will be the particular. I'll take this information to the balance column, 300 units. So value is 600 means what is the rate? Now check out the solution, how I showed. 1/4 I written the date and particulars will be balance brought down and receipts and issues column will be nil. Straight away, I will take this particular in the balance column, 300 units. The amount is 600. So how I can calculate the rate? Amount divided by quantity. So 600 divided by 300. What is the rate per unit? Can you able to follow? Then I'll move on to the next date as per the question. 2nd April, what happened on the day? Purchase. So GRN number. How many units I purchased? 200. What is the value? 440. Now check out the solution. I showed the rate, date, and then particulars as goods received note number. Whenever I am purchasing, I will show this kind of particulars. That is abbreviation I showed. The expansion for this abbreviation is goods received note number 200 units and the value is given 440. So I calculate the value rate. How I calculated 440 amount divided by the quantity 200, I'll get this rate 2.2. Okay, usually whenever we are purchasing or receiving materials, the rate will be given, but this problem for a change, they gave the value. It doesn't matter. We will simply calculate the rate by substituting value divided by units formula. Okay. That I only needed this calculation. And then already I have 300 units at my godown. Okay. Since it's a weighted average method, how can I proceed the balance column? Listen clearly. 300 already existed and then 200 units is newly coming. So I will show the summation as 500. Likewise, the amount also to be added, the value. Okay, 600 plus 440, I'll get 1040. So I said no, the concept is prices are calculated on receipt of material. So I need to calculate a new price. How I calculate the new price? 1040 divided by 500, 2.08. I said no. Whenever you are receiving the materials, a new rate has to be calculated, okay, after receipt of materials by having that formula, value of stock divided by quantity in stores. Value of stock divided by quantity in stores. The new rate will be calculated in the balance column. Right? I think all of them able to follow my explanation. Then I'll move on to the next date. 4th April issued 150 units I'm going to issue. Since it's a weighted average method, look at that. 4th April, memorandum number is the particular whenever I'm going to issue the materials to the production unit as a storekeeper. What is expansion? Material requisition note number. I used to put nil in the receipts column because I'm going to issue only as a storekeeper. So how many units I'm going to issue as per the problem? 150. So I can substitute the new rate. What is the new rate? 2.08. So 150 into 2.08, 312. Once I made a issue, then my work, pending work is to show the balance. So already 500 was there. Out of this, I made use of 150. I issued 150 means what is the balance? 350. Likewise, already the value of stock is 1040, but 312 rupees worth of stock has gone to the production unit, means what could be the value of stock remaining, right? I think you are able to follow. And then I will go to the next date, that is 6th April, purchase 200 units. The value is given 460. So I showed 6th April GRN number because it's a purchase, then 200 units, value is given. So I written in the amount column, I will calculate the rate. 460 divided by 200, 2.3. I showed nil in issues column because on that date I made purchase only. So whenever I'm purchasing, I used to add the quantity already existing 350 as of now along with the new one 200. So I'll get 550. Then the value of stock already existing is 728. Then I will add the new value 460 along with the existing 728, means what is the new value of the stock? 1188. Whenever I'm receiving materials, after the receipt of materials, I should calculate the new rate. How to calculate the new rate? The value of stock divided by the quantity of materials in stores. So I'll get the new rate as 2.16. Then I'll go to the next date as per the problem. 11/4 issued 150 units. Now check out the solution. 11th April MRN number, that is material requisition note number. Receipts column will be nil because I'm going to issue only as a storekeeper 150. What is the new rate? 2.16. That only I need to apply for issuing the materials. So 150 into 2.16, I'll get the value of the stock as 324 that I made issue. After this issue, in as usual way, I have to calculate the balance. So 550 is already existing. Out of this 150 I issued means what could be the balance at my godown? 400. Likewise, 1188 is the value of stock already existing. Out of this 324 rupees value of stock has gone to the production unit, means what is the remaining balance at my godown? 864. Okay, the rate will be the same because the rate will be new whenever I'm receiving the material. So I completed 11th April, then I'll check out the next date, 19th April also issued 200. So same kind of treatment I will do in the preparation. 19th April, MRN number, put hyphen mark and receipts column, issues column 200. So 2.16 I will apply because that is the rate. So 2.16 into 200, I'll get the value as 432. So 400 minus 200 is 200, I'll get 864 minus 432, I'll get the balance 432. So the same rate will be continuing since it's a issue. Okay, then after 19th April I'll check out the problem. 22nd April I made purchase, so 200 value is 480. So I written in the receipts column after filling out the date and particulars, GRN number for the purchase. So 480 in the amount column, 200 in the quantity column. So what could be the rate? 480 divided by 200, I'll get the rate as 2.4. Then I will put nil in the issues column because no issues were made. So I'm getting a new lot, isn't it? So I have to combine to calculate the weighted average method, weighted average price. So 200 plus 200, I'll get the new quantity as 400. Already existing value of stock is 432 and this one is 480, right? So 480 plus 432, I'll get 912. So 912 is the value of the stock divided by 400 is the quantity after this purchase, after the receipt of material. Then what could be the new rate that I have to calculate in the balance column whenever I'm receiving the materials as per the weighted average method, 2.28 as per this calculation. Okay, then finally I'll go to the last transaction as per the problem. 27th April issued 250 units. So I will write the date. Since it's an issue, material requisition note number will be the particulars. You just write the abbreviation alone, that is more than enough. Then I'll put the receipts column as nil and I'll go to the issues column. I'm going to issue as a storekeeper 250 units at the rate of what was the rate we calculated, latest 2.28. That I'll apply here. Then I'll find out the value of stock that I issued to the production unit. That was 570. So once I completed, I'll find out the value of closing stock since it's the last date of this month. So 400 already existing. Out of the 250 I issued means what is the balance? 150. Then out of the value of the stock 912, then I have to deduct 570 means what is the balance? 342, right? So 342 is the value of the closing stock and the quantity is 150. So this is all about weighted average method. The thing I want to highlight in this method is weighted average method. Since it's an average price method, we are going to calculate the average price whenever we are going to receive the material. So whenever you are going to receive the material, you are going to calculate the new price, okay, for the purpose of the next issue. So the thing is, the new price will be calculated, that is a weighted average price whenever a storekeeper is receiving the materials. Okay, thanks for watching my video. Click the I button to have more understanding about the other methods in pricing of material issues like FIFO, LIFO, EFO. The add-on features along with the LIFO and FIFO are base stock and then specific pricing method and standard price method. Until then, bye-bye. Subscribe my channel, click the bell button.